Alright, what's up everyone? I'm here doing a deck profile of my buddy Eric. You want to go by Dirty Diamonds?
Either one's fine, yeah.
Alright, for sure. So my buddy Eric, he's been working on red pretty much since set 1. He's been a pretty strong red player throughout the entire Digimon game. And he's been working on this deck for BT5. I know red isn't super strong this format. A lot of people kind of stuck on Shoutmon, but I think we both agree, I've been playing against him a lot, that this red Greymon deck that he has is pretty much the strongest way to play red right now, right?
Yeah, definitely. I tried Shoutmon for a bit early on in BT5, and it just wasn't doing it for me.
Yeah.
Matchups were too hard and got blown up once you put down the first Shoutmon.
Yeah, and this deck can definitely fight. Like, it's got some grind to it, especially late game.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because this red deck is a lot of control.
Yeah.
It's a good amount of control once you start looking at it as a whole.
Alright, so the list is up on the screen for everyone to see, but I think the first thing I want to talk about right away is that you're running 4 Nokias. And that's something that I see a lot of tribal decks running only 3. But I noticed that when you decided to throw in the 4th one, that your deck got like an immediate boost in power. Like, how do you feel about running the 4th one?
Yeah, it was actually crazy because I was also started at like 3, and I was like, okay, 3 should be fine. You'll see it enough, have enough, and it won't like overclog your hand. You won't see it all the time. But it got to a point where like you did want to see it all the time. Because when you get the value off of the other Agumons that it plays, it was just started being insane.
Yes, exactly.
And hand advantage is, as important in Digimon as like any other card game.
I think especially the part that gets overlooked is that it triggers insecurity. So I know that's happened a few times where you hit Nokia's insecurity and you can play Agumons from your hand on the opponent's turn.
I've definitely won 1 or 2 games because they hit a Nokia and then it gave me the one Digimon enough to like attack for game, and then it's like, oh great, yeah, thanks.
Exactly. So now it kind of almost doubles as a security Digimon, which is pretty interesting. I think a lot of people overlook that part of it.
Yeah, and you have so many options for the Agumons that like, depending on how you want to play it, like you can do anything. Once I start going through them, you'll see.
Yeah, well definitely, let's actually go through the Agumons right now, because I think your Agumon lineup is pretty interesting. So, starting with the BT1, reveal 5 cards, and then add a Tamer, and you play 2 of those.
Yeah, 2 of these, and honestly, this is probably the weakest of it. The weakest Agumon in the whole, out of all of them. But it's, like I said, in the Nokia, you want to get your value once you play it, because with a lot of the deck speed, I'm going to control everything like 5k or less, or even like Lord Nightmon killing everything. Most of the time, if you do play like the Nokia and you just leave the Agumon out, it's gonna die.
Yeah.
So when you start getting, at least if you see another Nokia or the Marcus Damon that's in there too, at least you got something out of it.
That's true. Okay, so that's probably the weakest Agumon you think then?
Yeah, because it doesn't give you a DP boost, and I mean, it kind of feels bad playing a Nokia to get another Nokia or Marcus instead of a different combo piece, because it's technically not going to do anything.
Right.
But if you have to hard play and seeing a Tamer, like Tamers are just so important in the game and you need them right away. So it's like fine earlier on too.
Okay, makes sense. So then let's talk about the other Searcher Agumon. Reveal top 3, add a Greymon or Omnimon. I think this card's pretty good, right?
This card is great. Yeah. Oh man, this card, being able to play Nokia and then be able to search and then maybe get lucky and see an Omnimon and a Greymon and then take both to hand is literally just insane and gives you so much value, and it's just like the best one. I mean, it's just missing no DP boost, but it doesn't matter. It's fine.
Yeah, I think just for consistency and even just getting it for free off Nokia, I think card's pretty nuts.
I think maybe. Oh, my bad.
No, go ahead.
You've noticed, maybe you've noticed that the thing about searchers is putting the cards to the bottom of your decks kind of sucks, though.
I agree, but I think out of all the searchers, this is probably the best one, just because there's so many Greymons in this deck. Like, you almost always hit at least one.
It's pretty rare to like not hit one. There's a couple targets in here where you can't hit, but it's Digimon. Stuff's gonna happen.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so now I want to talk about the spiciest Agumon in your deck, the promo number 1, delete in a 3000 DP or less on play.
This one's, I think this Agumon is probably like the best one.
Yeah, okay, so when you first told me you were playing this card, I thought you were trolling. But then
Yeah, I know.
when I played against you, this card got in there so much. Especially off Nokia, because you don't have to pay 3 for it.
Yeah, like Nokia will be able to play any Agumon, and it basically kills any rookie, and if they still play like the 1 cost, 3 cost vanilla level 4s,
yes,
it kills those ones too.
Yes.
And it's just, it can be so good. I've gotten it. The security effects off of Nokia, played that Agumon to kill something too.
Yeah, and people don't expect it, and it just wrecks them.
Yeah, people don't remember this one.
Yeah.
People forget this is a card. So this is like spicy, but it's so good like when it comes up. And you'll like never drop it for 5 usually. And it evolves for 0 also, so it's fine.
Yeah. Would you play more of it?
Probably not.
Probably not. 2 is fine.
I think 2 is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would too.
All right, and then you have the 4 plus 2K inheritable Agumon, the promo.
Yeah, this promo is obviously like second best. This one's
I think
really good.
Yeah, pretty self-explanatory.
DP boost, red.
Yep.
Typical red.
Yep. So it's pretty much just a better version of the starter deck Agumon, which is plus 1,000.
Yeah, it's just like the next one we play. This one, I was actually playing, before I was just playing 4 of those, before I started playing the Searching for Tamers, 2 of those ones.
Yeah.
I was just playing like 4-4, 4-4-4 of like the Searcher, the DP boosters, and then I think I was playing 1-1 of the Agumon that kills a 3K or less, and then the Searcher Tamer ones.
Right.
But I think you have a lot of DP boosters, and if you manage it right, the 1,000 isn't that big of a deal.
Yeah, I mean, you have other DP boost options in this deck, so you're not really struggling or missing that 1,000.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the level 4s. I think this is probably like the most boring part of your deck.
Yeah. I mean, this next Greymon is from the new BT5 set. This one's good because of course, Nokia. It basically is, if you have a Nokia out and you Digivolve into it, it's a free draw because it gains the 1 memory from being on top of Agumon, and it minuses 1 from activating Nokia.
Yeah,
I think triggering it.
Yeah, so. I think the one downside is that you have to come out of raising to reduce the Digivolution cost, but you don't really have very many better options for Greymons.
No, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, there's the one that gives from BT1, I think, that also gives plus inheritable, but it's not as much as this one, right?
Yeah, I think there's another one that gives like 2,000 also.
Yeah.
I think I was playing in like Shoutmon, so I don't remember. But I think there's another one. But this one, it is good because you'll start seeing as the deck goes on. Usually you want to have the Mark Statement and the Nokia, and if you have Agumon come out of raising and you have that Greymon, he'll be at 3 memory on your turn. You tap the Nokia to Digivolve into the Greymon for 0,
right?
And then you're still at 3, and then you can go into a level 5, and then you can go right into a level 6.
Yeah.
So
especially with the Z, if you have Blitz, then you can still attack.
You have you definitely have a lot of your 6s are meant for controlling board and attacking fast. So it is essential to the deck.
Okay, for sure. And then 3 blockers. We don't have to talk about that, but you cut one for space basically. You don't even like them. You cut them at one point.
I know. I remember asking. I was like, I'm cutting the blocker, and you're like, that's a bad idea. I was like, I don't care.
I don't know. Do you really care? Like, do you actually even block that much? Like,
it's the problem is red is so committed to like you can only make 1 stack, and it doesn't like make too much of a board that like it's most of the time it's literally just material like just for Digivolving cheaply.
Yeah, exactly.
Because like you said, Nokia doesn't work in the raising area, so that's how you get your value still in the raising areas to just Digivolve for 1.
That's true. All right, fair enough. Would you play Dark Tyrannomon over it? I don't know, just cause? Or you think the blocker is still just kind of worth having just in case?
I mean, if you do that, you have nothing in raising area to Digivolve for 1. That's like the only thing. If like I cut those 3 other ones, I mean the monster.
I'm saying the Dark Tyrannomon, the vanilla.
The vanilla.
Yeah.
Nah.
No.
I mean the blocker.
It could come up.
If it dies, it dies. But if it comes up, it comes up.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. And the security attack +1 Greymon, I think you kind of have to play 4 of this one, right?
Yeah, it's still the best Greymon.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
All right, we'll just move on to level 5s because that one's pretty self-explanatory. I want to start with the MetalGreymon Alterous mode.
Yes, this is the god MetalGreymon. Definitely like one that I think like once people start seeing what it does, people don't know that Digivolves over 5, it kills anything when Digivolve over a MetalGreymon, and it gives you 2k boost to like win inheritable. It does so much just like itself that I basically call it like a level 5.5.
Yeah, for sure. Especially since you can put it on top of another level 5. So if you don't have a 6, you at least have something to go into.
Yep.
Yeah, cycle your hand, get an effect.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, you usually kill level 3. Kill level 3. Nokia can make it 0. I mean, it gives you good numbers also. If you Digivolve into MetalGreymon and then you just want to pass turn for 1, you can just Digivolve into it. The only problem is it kind of burns through your 5s, and I was starting getting that problem a lot where the longer the game goes on, you're using that effect usually to maximize your plays, or you need the DP boost, but like you get to late game and you're like, I'm out of 5s, and like you're like, you kind of lose if you can't just make your level 6s.
Right.
So, but he's very essential, and I only play 3 even though it's the best one. It's just really hard. You still want other options in the deck.
Yeah, so we're gonna go into those. So the other MetalGreymons you play are the inheritable. When this Digimon is blocked, gain 3 memory. That actually comes up.
It does. Yeah. This one is very questionable. I'm always like flipping on it. It is really good, especially if you played Shoutmon ever.
Yeah, I think I was about to say. I think it comes up more in Shoutmon than
definitely Shoutmon. You can attack, and most of the time you're getting rid of whatever stack they have. And if they have a blocker, Shoutmon is kind of stuck. Yeah. But this one is the one that can turn the tide. They block you gain 3. If it's still your turn, you go into an Omni Blitz Omni. And just attack over the other monster anyway.
Right, exactly.
But it's another MetalGreymon, so you can lower it with Nokia. It comes up. I think a lot of people play the other one, the one that gives you the big DP boost, and I wouldn't blame them. I could flip either way of playing, like just more of the other one we'll talk about or this one. It depends on honestly the meta you're gonna expect, because a lot of people are playing like 5-6 blockers.
Right. Yes, that's pretty much the meta right now is 5 to 6 blockers. I agree.
Exactly.
Yeah. So the other MetalGreymon, of course, being the secret rare from BT1, security attack +2 when attacking, lose 5 memory, but most importantly, inheritable is +3000 DP, which is pretty fat.
Yeah, the security attack plus was it 2? Yeah. I've used it like once, and I think I was just messing around. It's so hard to swing because you're not going for game. It will never go for game.
No, I mean in theory you use it to maybe against Rookie Rush to like go aggro for aggro, maybe get ahead in security race.
Oh yeah. This card is its inheritable is really good, and especially with the Alterius mode. Very good Alterius mode, because you put that on top. You're at 11k. You have the Agumon with like the 2k boost. You're at 13, and that's one of the best numbers for attack and security.
That's true. That's
and
a very good
you
point.
Literally, if you, like I said, you Digivolve into it. You Digivolve for 1 or 0 in Nokia, and then you can start swinging. And then like it can even the MetalGreymon can have the security attack +1, and usually you're pretty safe.
Yep. Okay.
So this one very important.
All right. So you only play 1, and you play 2 Groundramon, some non-Greymons in your level 5.
I know it's only for raising area. Sometimes you need the right numbers to not give your opponent too much memory, and it sucks because I've definitely tried to search and I run into that, but it comes up. There's times where you need to just use less memory.
Yeah, even just the play cost 5. I know everyone who's played the level 5 vanillas knows that the play cost 5 comes up a lot.
Yep. I've opened it, had bad hands and opened it, and definitely have dropped it down. I think one of the cool plays with this, we'll see in a bit, kind of, is dropping this one down, the 5 cost, and then Digi-Evolve over it with the Alterius modes, and then go into a Victory.
Oh, that's a good point, because that's a 3 memory play, basically.
Yeah, and that's a 3 memory play, and the Victory needs, obviously you can just get rid of whatever. But yeah, it's just vanilla.
Yeah, alright. Self-explanatory, but it comes up. For sure. Okay, so then here's the this is probably the part where there's the most flex in this deck is the level 6s, because I think there's so many good level 6 Greymons, and even just not red ones. I guess in theory you could play yellow War Greymon, right, with Rise Greymon level 5.
Oh, I tried. I really tried, but yeah, that one, there is a lot of good ones.
Yeah, right, yeah. But let's talk about the ones you have. So let's start with the BT1 War Greymon, security attack +1 when Digivolving, and then security effects don't activate when it attacks.
This card it's like, man, Red's very lucky to have this, because I know all the other decks would love to have an effect like this.
Yes, I think with security control being pretty popular, Red is really the only deck that has hard answers to it.
Yep. Yeah, I for sure. I mean, there's there's this card and there's the red option card. But this card, it had a problem earlier on because you actually didn't have that many DP boosters before the set. So security attack +1, and usually you'd try to get a Greymon with security attack +1 inheritable, it would just die.
Yep.
Because it was only 11k.
Yeah.
And there was the so that means it dies to every level 6 and higher in it. But now that in BT5 we got the Alterius mode, we got the other level 4 that gives you 2k DP boost.
Yeah.
You can kind of be. It's pretty easy.
Yeah, there's so many boosts. I know when you play against me, you're pretty frequently swinging for 15, 16k.
Yeah, I love it. People are like, "What is it at?" I'm like, "Oh, you're not ready. 2k, 2k." And they're like, "Okay, never mind."
Yeah, I flip over a Nidhogg in security, and you're like, "Well, I'm +2, +2, +2, so it doesn't matter." Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. I'm like, "Yeah, come on, that's not anymore. I'm not dying." In security. Now it's basically going through everything. There's nothing that stops it.
All right, and then here's one a lot of people don't really think about is the Victory Greymon from BT4.
Yeah, it's honestly pretty interesting that people aren't a big fan of this one. When in black decks, people have been playing the Agumon that kills level 6 and under. When this basically does it doesn't get rid of security like that card, but it does kill anything 8k or lower. Right.
So the MetalGreymon is play cost 6 or lower, and this one is anything 8,000 DP or lower. They're both Digiburst 2. The MetalGreymon has the trash security if it whiffs effect, though. I think
it does.
Yeah, and this one costs 4.
It does cost 4.
It doesn't really matter because you're running 4 Nokias, right? So
yeah, and of course, Nokia is meant for you to manage your memory the right way. So you can. I've definitely most of the time, hopefully you have Marcus, so you're already set at 3 or whatever. And a lot of times, you just want to punish people's misplay of leaving a level 5 on the field, and then you can pass the turn, leaving them with 4 memory, and you killed most of their stack.
Yeah, because this kills every level 5.
I'm
sure.
Every level 5. I don't think they're except for I guess the MetalGreymon, the secure war one, but
and Agumon in black if it Digiburst itself.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Those are the 2 answers.
Yep. Yeah, actually that's definitely my favorite, is punishing people for just leaving their level 5s thinking it's safe.
And people don't think about this card, so they'll definitely do it against you.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to Z Greymon. So
also another one people don't think about.
Yeah.
I've looked at a lot of red Nokia decks, and people actually max out a lot on the BT1 one, the security one. People usually max out that and maybe play Victory, but Zeke is usually missing, or they're playing very little. When I think this is Blitz is such a good ability, and the same thing with Victory killing level 5s, Zeeg getting a DP boost and being able to swing while passing turn is the same thing controlling your board. If they miss swing, you're killing it guaranteed with the Zeeg. So it just becomes very, very good on also controlling the board, and that's
Yeah.
why this deck starts to become more of a control with the Zeegs being able to swing, Victory's killing anything 8k, Alteria's killing 4ks, and even the Agumon played off of Nokia killing 3ks.
Yep. And then also the Inheritable, which makes Omnimon be able to pretty much do Chaosmon stuff, swing over unsuspended cards.
Yep, I mean, and the best thing about Zeeg is that you can trigger Nokia and Marcus while just digivolving it.
That's true. That's true. It's a lot of value off the Zeeg.
You can, if you have both, you can literally go into a 6-for-1. Yeah, like, I mean, like, you know, you never know. It could happen, and then...
Yeah, it definitely happens.
You can swing, go into a Blitz still, or any Omnimon you want.
Yeah. Okay, so... really quick. Okay, let's finish your deck and then we'll talk about other cards. So, Omnimon lineup. You have 1 BT1 Omni and then 3 BT5 Blitz Omnis. Your other option would be Alter-S and I guess Antibody. Yeah. So, okay. So let's talk about the BT1 Omni. You play 1. I think it's pretty good, and obviously the removal comes up. So, would you change this? Would you add more? Would you take it out?
I like this one as a surprise factor because people still they'll like to overextend and put 2 of the same Digimon because it does kill all of the same name.
Mm-hmm.
And people will. I really like it against purple because a lot of times they'll try to like go into the other Omnimon. I always forget its name. The one that plays like anything, basically.
Yeah.
Anything from her grave, and they'll put like 2 blockers of like the same name.
Yeah, the double Valmon.
yeah. Everyone's like, "I'll just put 2 of the 6k ones or 5k ones, and they can't get through it." I'm like, whatever you want, or you know, even yellow. I mean, I haven't said this, but sadly, yellow is the worst matchup. Yeah, we'll talk about that. But you can hope they play 2 Lord Nightmon. You hope they play 2 Lord Nightmon.
Sometimes they do. They definitely do. Sometimes, yeah, they go Lord Knight effect into Nightmon and then put another Lord Knight on top of it. Yeah,
no, it has come up
for sure.
It has come up.
All right, and then you have the no, keep going.
No, oh yeah. I think this one's also important because it's the only way to kill things. Like if you have to get rid of something immediately and you don't have like a Zeeg, it's like over a Victory, you can still clear anything on the board.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. So removal, and then the Blitz Omni. This is the most popular Omnimon right now, I think.
Yeah, if you're not playing one of each different art, then you're playing it wrong. No. This is probably like, oh, man, this card's so good. Like, it's just so good having the effects of not being able to be destroyed or sent back to deck or to hand. Like, Nidhogg,
especially against green. I was going to say against green.
Yeah,
this is the hero. Yeah, you have a pretty good green matchup, actually, for sure.
I know.
I would know. Yeah,
I know. Yeah, this is definitely like I don't play green too often, but it seems like a really hard card for green to get rid of, like without passing turn, unless they have hidden potential.
That's pretty much the out. Yeah, you have to hidden potential Nidhogg effect and then swing over it with Nidhogg.
Yeah. So of course this is like usually the play, and it just works so good with Zeeg, and I think that's why I play a lot more Zeeg. It's just because you also clear anything, just like how the BT1 Omni would. Zeeg plus this one also just, you know, like how Shoutmon will work, it clears anything that's unsuspended or suspended. So
yeah, especially since the BT5 Agumon and the BT5 Greymon also give boosts to Omnimons, not just Greymons.
Yeah, it's Omnimons and Greymons, and we didn't even talk about the babies, but these also.
Oh yeah,
those would be important.
Yeah, let's go.
Those are important because I mean, real quick, but that's just your draw power.
Yeah, let's do the Coromon before we do the Tamer. So Coromon BT5, attacking with the Greymon or Omnimon, you draw a card.
Basically that, just draw power. You kind of need a lot of pieces in your hand for this deck. You kind of like it's kind of control, so you need to make sure you see your victories when you need to, your Alterius modes, Omnimons, like anything. So it's like the best one. You draw a lot in this deck, which is really good.
Yeah, I think especially in red, which has like no draw power pretty much.
No, yeah, you're right.
This is pretty much the only one that you have, which is good in this deck because you're running all Greymons, so it definitely comes up. And then the fifth egg is the starter deck Coromon, just another DP boost, right?
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, I just play it because I just wanted all Coromons. There's other ones you could play.
Yeah,
really.
The Digi-Eggs?
Yeah, Digi-Mon's fine. I mean, that one there's been times where that one doesn't come up if they don't have enough in trash.
It's five or more in trash, right?
Yeah, but then this one's also inconsistent with you having to have a full stack.
Yeah, so this is pretty much just like your fifth egg because you want to play fifth eggs. Would you cut it and just play 4 BT5 Coromons?
Probably not.
No.
I think, this deck can grind. It really grinds. Like, I've had long games with this deck, so you need the fifth egg.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. And then Tamers, 4 Nokia, we went over that already. And the 2 Marcus, why over Ty? I know the answer, but just explain it.
Ty is trash. Ty, like, oh man, I played that card and it's good when it works and it's terrible when it doesn't. When Marcus is always gonna go off every time you attack, and the security attack would be really nice because red kind of needs to win the game fast a lot of times. Because I have a hard time when they get board wiped. They have a hard time building another board, which I think this deck has the opposite of that effect.
Right.
It can actually gain longer the game goes, the more tamers you have with the Nokias and Marcus. That you can actually you can do a lot.
Yeah.
You can definitely do a lot. But I just think overall having +1 memory is always good if you ever have 2, and then gets 2 memory, and then of course the effect to go to 3.
Yeah.
This will always be good.
You definitely need that.
Oh, and Zeke, I guess. Zeke and Nokia, we already talked about that. It's really good.
Yep. All right. So, let's talk matchups. All right, let's start with yellow since that's probably the most common matchup. It's not great, right?
It's a struggle. Like I want to say this is like built for like the meta, but it's not. This is yellow still can kind of just roll. Just like everything else, it rolls over most stuff, and it's gonna roll over this deck. You can fight, and it's possible, but it's hard.
I think it's better than the Shoutmon matchup at least.
10,000 times better. I could not figure out a way to beat Lord Nightmon with Shoutmon. And me and you played a lot of matches.
We grinded that for like a whole day, and I don't think you won a single game.
After that day, I gave it up.
Yeah, that was.
But you can still try stuff. If you can surprise them, you can get a game. You can get a game or 2 for sure.
For sure. Okay, so Lord Nightmon. What's the next popular one? Okay, green. This deck has a good green matchup, actually.
Yeah. People might say it's just because of the Blitz Omni, but I think it's not that bad overall.
No.
I mean,
actually, the card that got me the most was the promo Agumon to lead 3,000 or less.
Yeah.
Because green kind of shits out a lot of weenies, especially the Weedmon. It kills Weedmon. That's the one that feels really bad.
I know. It's like,
That's the one that feels really bad.
Yeah, like this and Altarius mode. I mean, I constantly am like destroying level 3s.
Yep.
I try to like never let people like keep their board presence. I want to keep them to like force to 1 stack just like me. I think that's the best thing about this deck is like your big stack a lot of times is gonna do a lot compared to like their big stack unless they can clear it right away.
Yeah.
Because if they're not cleared this and it has a security attack +1, like you're swinging, you're gaining off of Marcus, you're getting a security attack +1, you're going into an Omni. Like there's so many things to where like they didn't clear the Zig. Now they're gonna swing with that and swing again with the Blitz Omni and kill something. Or swing into your security.
Yep. And Blitz Omni is immune to Nidhogg. So
yeah. So you try to keep them to like controlling their field, controlling their little guys, like if they're not playing them right, and play on the same level you are, same battlefield.
Okay, so that's yellow, that's green. Rookie Rush.
Oh, Rookie Rush.
Yeah, let's talk Rookie Rush. Well, you took out the Ultra-S. You could run Ultra-S in this deck.
There is flex spots in this. Of course, the Omnimons. I don't think Antibody is bad, and I don't think Ultra-S is bad. I think those are both good cards. It's just Ultra-S, I think, is probably the worst Omnimon now.
Really? Even with all the Rookie Rushes running around?
I mean, I can't say that because I'm usually only used to my meta at my card shop. Or
That's true. Yeah, we have honorable players. No one plays.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, but I can definitely see if going to regionals, taking down a Blitz to play an Ultra-S, because it wasn't that bad when I've tested it. Like it can come in handy because there are situations where you don't want to get rid of certain things, like if they go into, I'm so bad at the Omnimons, the black and purple Omnimon that pops a Tamer, but when it dies,
Zord defeat.
Yeah, Zord defeat. If they Digivolve over it, like killing it is really bad.
Yeah.
So I guess Ultra-S is usually the answer.
They Digivolve it and then.
Yeah, that's usually like the answer for this deck. And then Digivolve also. If you want to talk about more Digivolve, the Blitz Greymon.
Yeah.
I tried that out for a while too. That card's alright too.
Yeah, we'll talk about other Greymons in a second.
Yeah.
Okay, let's finish matchups. So then we have purple. You mentioned purple.
Purple. I actually like the purple matchup. I don't think it's that bad. I mean, the only thing I think I ever worry about, and I think what everyone worries about, is the big combo with Lilith Loop. But there's not much you can do about it once they do it. Like once they get it off on you, kind of just lose.
But I think this deck has enough like removal where you probably don't even let them set up, right?
Yeah, and like you can rush them pretty hard because I think that deck is, I think, very inconsistent. It is good, but inconsistent.
Yes, I agree. And I think the results that deck is top maybe once.
Yeah, it just shows. Purple, I think, is decent. I haven't really struggled with it in a while. It's usually just yellow. Otherwise, I actually think this is pretty good.
Yeah, I think I agree that yellow is the only like bad matchup, and everything else is playable. Like skill check basically. And if they don't know what your deck does, then you 100% have an advantage.
Oh yeah, I think that's the best thing. People are like, wait, red does this? People have no idea.
Yes, that's the craziest part about this deck, 100%.
Yeah, surprise factor.
Yep. Okay, so then let's talk about Greymons that you could play but you don't. So the one I want to ask you about, especially since the yellow matchup is so bad, is the no Rise Gray, Yellow War Gray. Because Yellow War Gray shits on Lord Nightmon.
Yes, I do think so. In BT4 I played Red Yellow, War Greymon, and like I tried it with Sophimon and Rise Greymon, but the problem with that deck, with that card, instead, the Rise I don't think is very good in this deck because you can't play Nokia off of it.
No, that's a very good point actually.
You actually can't, and there's what is it, minus like 2k when you attack, something like that?
Minus 2k when you attack, and it's not once per turn. So ideally you put War Gray, since Rise Greymon, it's a red card that also counts as a yellow, so then you can Digivolve the Yellow War Greymon on top of it, and then Yellow War Gray swings twice, so you can get the effect off twice of the Rise Greymon, so minus 4k.
Oh yeah, and then your big security attack +1, you can like clear field.
And then with the War Greymon effect, it's actually minus 10k. You can minus 10k with the War Greymon.
Oh yeah. It can be really good. And I think that would also, the Rise Greymon would have to take the spot of the MetalGreymon that is that gains you memory. But actually, the Altarius mode doesn't trigger off a Rise Greymon.
Oh, that's true, because it specifies MetalGreymons, doesn't it? Yeah,
yes. Yep. So that's another reason not to play that card. So there's only 2 Tamers you can get out. You have to force yourself to play the yellow, most likely, and if you don't have a Rise Greymon, which you're only playing 2, you have to have the 2 of in your whole deck with the Yellow War Greymon.
Alright.
So it's just, it's a tight fit. You'd have to force it in really hard.
Yeah.
Even though that would probably make the matchup better, I'm not sure what would happen to your consistency overall. Because a lot of these cards already work together. Altarius mode is You're losing some off of that, and the DP boost it doesn't gain a DP boost that Rise Greymon. So if you're swinging to security, you minusing 2k or something, but swinging security it does nothing.
You're right. That's true.
So that's I opted out of it,
Okay.
even though it was very good.
Fair enough. So maybe if your locals is all yellow, you consider this, but at that point you should probably just play straight up yellow or Greymon, just full yellow.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that deck's okay.
Yes. Okay. Other level 5 Greymons. When attacking, gain 3 memory at end of turn, lose 3 memory. That's bad, right?
Spicy, dude.
It's
That one's pretty bad. I mean, is that the inheritable or regular?
That's the regular effect. When attacking, gain 3 memory at end of turn, lose 3 memory, 7k DP. It's from BT1.
That one's kind of hard because there's situations that have been good, but you would have to guarantee the DP boost because most of the time you're swinging into security.
Yeah.
To gain that memory, you'd have to be pretty lucky to swing into something that's already tapped.
That's true.
But at that point, you're risking, like, a lot of times Red's a 1-stack deck, and if you're risking your 1-stack to make a big play like that, you're asking to lose the game.
Yeah, that's a Hail Mary for sure.
Yeah.
Alright, Skull Greymon, deleter blocker on play.
Also good card, doesn't work with Altarius mode.
Fair enough. And then the only other MetalGreymon that we have is BT3. It has Piercing, and then when Digivolving, you may return a level 7 Digimon card with Virus and its attributes from your trash to your hand. I think this...
Any Omni, I'm pretty sure.
No, Omnis are Holy Warriors. Yeah, this works with one...
Oh.
I forget which card it works with.
I have no idea.
I think it's... Is it Ragna?
Maybe.
I don't remember.
It might be for Ragna.
Yeah, this is like some weird, like... yeah, don't play this one. Don't play this Greymon.
That's fair.
Yeah, okay. And then level 6 Greymons that you don't play. Okay, so you talked about the Blitz Greymon, and I think it has potential, but you said it was like too slow, or I forget what you said.
I couldn't. It was never like, it never did anything. It felt like a stall card. Every time I played it, it just like I stalled turn, and then and then they just built on top of it. And I was like, oh, awesome. I was like sick. So like I was like, man. I was like at that point, because I wasn't playing the BT1 War Greymon that goes through security really fast, and I was just playing Blitz. I was like, this will be like full control, but it just didn't do anything. Like I was like, I'd rather this be almost any other Greymon.
Yeah. All right. Better on paper. We'll leave it at that.
For sure.
Red Shine Greymon. This card's a meme, I think.
Yeah, 100%. Like, yeah. I mean. It just doesn't. Whatever.
Yeah,
the BT1 War Greymon, there you go.
Yep. Ancient Greymon? Just random ass tag? No, right?
I've seen lists that played it.
Yeah?
Was it good? Probably not, but I don't know. Okay.
Let's see. Your turn for each Digimon card in your sources with Greymon in its name. Security +1. Okay, that definitely comes up. And then on deletion, play a level 4 lower Digimon card with hybrid in its form. You don't play any hybrids, so that doesn't come up ever. Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. So that's probably for its own deck. BT5 or Greymon, delete a blocker on Digivolve, and then inheritable, level 6 with inheritable. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 3000 DP or less on attack.
I actually like that one a lot. I was thinking of that as a one of, for sure in the deck for a while. I was on and off of it, but I always just got to the point where Victory's just better.
Yeah, I think
Victory's,
I think that's fair. And just the starter deck Greymon. That's the only one that's left. Just
that one.
It kind of slaps hard. It's 12k DP.
I've tried that one so much, dude. I've tried. But it's just so hard, man. I don't know. It's just not worth it.
I think the Greymon that stops security checks is pretty much just a better version of that.
Yeah. I like that one though.
All right, fair enough. So I think that's pretty much everything. For those of you who are maybe looking for a red deck to build, maybe you're prepping for Jesmon next set and you're trying to pick up your red cards and you want to try them out this set, I think me and Eric both agree that this is the way to do it. Shoutmon's kind of a bait.
Yeah, I actually heard someone talking about Shoutmon did pretty well, but I just don't believe it. I really don't.
Yeah, I saw the build that topped, and I'm pretty sure it was just a good player. I don't. Yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair. Yeah.
All right, so that pretty much covers the red tribal Greymon deck. You guys should definitely try it out, and I don't even think it's that expensive to build, right?
Yeah.
Well, okay, your deck is like swagged out. You have max rarity.
It is, but some of this stuff is actually like there's promos, BT, the secret, MetalGreymon.
Okay, let's see.
It's not that bad.
Okay, so the promo Agumon is right here. It says $8. I'm just on .dev, which sources from TCG Player. Okay, so two of those 16.
BT1, the structure deck one, security plus one.
Yes. Oh, that's right. The Greymons are expensive, huh? Yes. Okay, so these are like $8 a pop, unfortunately. So 8-6. So yeah, if you didn't buy red structure decks when the game came out, then you're pretty much SOL, which is pretty unfortunate. Okay, the secret MetalGreymon. That's like the regular art is what, like
20 something? Yeah, maybe. And then we also forgot about the other promo Agumon.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Okay, maybe this deck is not that cheap.
I really wish. I wish it was. Yeah. But no, it's if you've already been playing red, you probably have most of this stuff.
That's true.
If you played earlier into the game of just red, like red Omni in the beginning, then you probably have this stuff. So
yeah.
But yeah.
All right. Well, thanks, Eric. I just want to do a profile for all you guys looking for maybe a different deck to play. Hope you guys enjoyed and learned something about red tribal Greymon. GG's, everyone.
Yep.